Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by my channel today. I got a hold of the MannyMUA and Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette collaboration, and I have really been enjoying this palette. So I'm going to give a somewhat quick review on it, and then I will do a tutorial for this look using only this palette. Actually, I kind of lied. I didn't just get my hands on the palette, I actually got my hands on two palettes. This was one of those releases that was really hard to get a hold of because they sold out so quickly. Not everybody has the time to sit there at the moment a product is released in front of their computer in order to try to get a product. And so when my order was about to go through, it occurred to me, why not get two? Because I have been receiving a tremendous amount of support from you guys. I've gotten a whole bunch of brand new subscribers, and you're all so really nice. All of the nice things that you've been leaving in the comment section. My smile has been unstuck. Like, I've just been walking around just like smiling all the time because your support has just been tremendous. You don't have to do anything fancy for this giveaway. This giveaway is simply to thank all of my subscribers. Due to people's personal privacy settings, when you wind up being a subscriber to anyone's channel, I cannot access a 100% complete list of my subscribers at this time, and that's fine. And so in order to accommodate that, there is a link in the description box below that you simply have to click on in order to confirm and verify that you are one of my subscribers. So again, I just want to thank you guys for all of your support. It has been incredible. And I wanted to do something nice to say thank you. So thank you. Here's a free palette. So let me talk really briefly about the palette in general. Again, MannyMUA collaborated with Marlena at Makeup Geek and came up with this fabulous 9 shadow pan palette. When I look at this palette, I think of summer and sunsets, you know, those really deep, rich sunsets that you're like, where's my camera? Where's my phone? I need to take a picture of it. And then you actually take a picture of it and never winds up looking as good as in person. Typically, Makeup Geek shadows are $6, which would make this entire palette at minimum $54. The palette itself is only $45. So there's a combination of matte and shimmer shadows. And the shimmer shades are actually a little bit more typically than $6. It's 9 shades for 45 bucks. That's $5 a shadow. And I think that's an incredible steal. So the shadows themselves, some of them were already in existence and others were created by Manny himself in working with Makeup Geek. Some you can buy individually and others you can only get within the palette. The other thing I really love about this palette is you can very easily create a very neutral, very gorgeous, warm eye look. But then you can also step it up because there are some really cool pops of color. This really green, reflective shimmery shade, as well as this cranberry shade, which that was a challenge for me, and I decided to challenge myself with that actual shade in this tutorial. So enough chit-chatting. Thank you again for all of your support. Don't forget to click the link in the description box below to enter the giveaway, and let's do a tutorial. So as always, because you know I've done 100 of these, I've already put on my face, and so I will link every single product that I use down below in the interest of saving time. I have already curled my lashes, which is always the first thing I do whenever I go near my eyeballs. I've also already primed my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I need one that's got some color because my eyelids already have their own color and I need to neutralize it out. I am also going to start with Laura Mercier's Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to overload underneath my eyes so that way when we're done I can dust away all of this loose powder and any additional shadow fallout that decides to rain down on my cheekbones. This is going to get messy. So now we're back to scary face and we can move on and do some pretty things with our eyelids. So I'm going to start by taking a big fluffy brush that's going to pick up a lot of shadow, and I'm going to start with this shadow in the middle up top here, and I'm just going to apply it all over my lid in order to just kind of warm it up and just give it a really nice base color. Next, I'm going to take a small, fluffy, soft crease brush, and I'm going to start with the shade that's dead center, like bingo, and I'm going to apply this to my crease. Next, I'm going to take a pencil brush because I want to be very, very precise where I'm about to put the next color, which would be the darkest shade in the whole palette, which is this dark chocolatey, fudgy, probably would be delicious if it were a piece of chocolate in front of me right now, matte brown shade. I'm going to apply it to the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to focus below the crease. It's a little bit unusual. Sometimes I go up into the crease a little bit with that dark outer corner color, but in this case, because I'm doing something a little different and unusual today, I'm going to keep it outer corner, but up to, not into, the crease. Bam. And with the pencil brush, it crept up a little bit. Sometimes the shadow colors have a mind of their own. I'm gonna take a blending brush and I'm going to blend out that very dark, intense outer corner shade. I know what you're thinking. Did I overdo the blending? No, there is no such thing. Someone asks you, did you blend too much? No, never a possibility. Always blend. So I very specifically stated that I was taking that dark chocolate color going up to my crease but not into it. And that's because unusually today I'm going to use a second dark shade on the outer corner, which I don't usually do or don't always do. That's because we're going in with this very challenging looking color, this kind of cranberry color. It's very gorgeous, but a little bit scary. It is possible to apply it and look like you just got into a fight and lost. Like you would look like a major mess if this cranberry color was not applied strategically, precisely, and well, because it resembles a reddish kind of bruised eye. I am going to take a very specific brush, which I'm going to highlight because I feel like the tool in this case is what will carry you through. This is a Sigma E45. It is a very slender but full and soft crease brush. And so this will allow me to take that cranberry color and apply it exactly where I want, but so that I don't overdo it. And as I already stated, if there's too much blending or too much application, you can completely blend it out. So don't worry, we can save it. But you just have to be very careful because who really wants to look like they lost a fight that day? So I applied the cranberry color into the crease only, sort of as a transition shade between that dark brown and that lovely orangey shade that I put in the crease. So now, guess what? Fill in the blank, we are going to blend. Word of advice, if you feel as if you too intensely applied that cranberry color, definitely go back in with either this Beaches and Cream, depending on how dramatic you feel your error might have been, or you can even go in with this really kind of muted neutral brown shade and apply it over that cranberry color as a means of just kind of dumbing it down and diluting the redness and intensity of that cranberry shade. Okay, I'm gonna find out its name, hold on. The cranberry shade is called Mars because I guess the planet must look like that. So right now I want to select my lid shade, and I feel at this point that I've got two options. I definitely want to apply some shimmer to my lid, and there are two shades in the palette that I can do that with at this point. One of them is a bit more silver, the other one is a bit more pink. Here's Luna, and then here's Cosmopolitan. I am going to go for Luna today. New shade of color, new blending. As you could see, I was taking my blending brush from the outer corner of my eye and dragging it in now that I had applied that very shimmery lid shade. That's because I don't want to drag that lighter colored shimmer over the darker shades that I've got in the outer corner of my eye. So I'm starting from the outer and kind of moving inward so that colors don't dilute each other in a way that I don't want. I'm going to take the e.l.f. $1 concealer brush, which I think I've mentioned before, this is the most fabulous and versatile brush ever on the planet, including Mars. So I'm going to take the dark brown shade and I'm going to line my lower lashes. And you know what? Just because, I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to take some of that Mars cranberry and I'm going to put that right on the outer corner of my lower lash line. I didn't want to overdo it, so honestly, I'm not quite sure how much you can see it, but you know what? I know it's there. I'm gonna go in with a very small angled brush, typically used for brows. I'm gonna take some of that dark brown shadow, and I'm going to apply that dark brown shade to the outer corner of my lashes, just to kind of fill in some of the spaces, add a little drama. I'm going to take a very small lid shader brush, and I'm going to take that Beaches and Cream, which was that really light pale, and I'm going to use that to highlight underneath my brow. There is a really gorgeous, shimmery, pretty white, champagne-y shade in here. It's called Artemis. It's got gorgeous reflect. I'm going to highlight just under the brow, and I'm going to put a little bit on the inner corner of my eye, just to add a little bit of drama and a little bit of flash. This eye look is speaking to me right now. Do you ever look at your look and think where it would be appropriate? I feel like I need to find myself an evening like dinner cruise or something. So I am going to finish my eyes by doing some mascara, and I'm going to actually start and finish my brows. If we were texting each other right now, I would put BRB right here because I'll be right back. So the hairs above my nose, which is scary to think that there would be hairs below your nose as well. You know they're there, we just don't like to talk about them. The hairs above my nose on my lashes and my brows have now been addressed and taken care of. One of the final things I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very small, soft, bristled brush, and I'm going to now dust away that additional loose setting powder that I applied under my eyes. Doing this will get rid of any of the fallout without removing any of the makeup on my face that I've already applied. So that completes this look, and I really hope that you like it. I'm going to do the ever so non-sexy, close my eyes so that you can see what the finished look looks like. Don't forget to go down below to the description box to find out all of the rules and how to enter for the palette giveaway. Good luck to all of you, and thank you again for all of your support. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a really good rest of the day, and in the meantime, thanks.
By the way, I have a new logo right here, which I kind of think is super cute. It's my initials with a smiley face because I feel like that's what represents what I want my channel to be. It's me trying to bring laughter into your life and also trying to help you look good. I kind of feel like it needs a name, although I have no idea what to call it. So right now, it's just Mr. Logo in the corner. If you click on Mr. Logo, it will help you become a subscriber. I'm going to apply... And I am going to... Oh gosh, and then I accentuate it again by going, and I am going to... Hello, Hooked on Phonics worked for me. And I'm going... I couldn't tell if my focus was off or if there was just loose powder everywhere.